What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Here we go. We got Nuketown finally in the game, as you guys have probably played it by now. If you haven't, you're not really missing much, okay? Contrary to popular belief, as I'm talking about, this is... Dude, people wonder sometimes why I clown Modern Warzone. Dude, just check this tweet out, bro. Who are you trying to fool? Oh, what does he even say? Let me read this word for word. Nuketown feels as good as ever in Black Ops 6.
What did he say?
Brother, come on, man. Like, even I'm not even hating of like this game, but even I know that Nuketown does not play that good. Okay, you can't say that this plays as good as it did in previous games. It looks great. Okay, if you're just talking about like aesthetically, if you said like it looks as good as ever, that's fine. But this dude said it plays as good as ever, and he said this like an hour into the like when it came out, right? Something like that, maybe like 2 hours at best. And there's no shot that this dude played more than like what, one match, probably not even a match. Honestly, personally, I wouldn't even be surprised if this dude didn't even play Nuketown and tweeted this, you know, like these shills, these guys out here on YouTube, on Twitter, they'll do whatever, they'll say whatever for a paycheck to get flown out to Activision. These are the worst kind of people. Don't take these words seriously, okay?
No, God!
So who should you take seriously? Well, honest content creators, okay? Me, Nero Cinema, Blame Truth, Fooly, you know, Gilmore, the whole gang, you know, like you should take our words seriously because we actually play the game and we actually know Call of Duty. We've played Call of Duty for a long time now at this point. Personally, as you can tell here, I'm using LMG and it's not the best thing in the world. I feel like I have like no attachments in this gameplay. I only chose this because it's like my best KD wise, but it's not even a great gameplay. I don't even think I get like a 2 KD in this. It is sweaty, okay? I've played Nuketown maybe like 5 to 7 matches or so far, like, you know, a good amount, not like all day or anything. And it's sweaty, okay? It is just non-stop bunny hopping, people not even like seemingly going for camos at this point. I feel like I see people with like diamond camos, and if that's you,
He can't keep getting away with it!
brother, what are you doing with your life, bro? Like, why are you using diamond weapons? Why are you using gold weapons too? Like, it makes no sense. Like, are you done with the game already? You have nothing else to achieve? Like, if you're using dark matter, I get it, you know, you have no life, but then you're also you're at the max point you can be, right? Like, I guess you're just trying to level up at this point. Also, if you have dark matter here, please try to go get a job. I know that the market's tough right now, but like, please, okay? There's better ways out of this, okay? You don't have to just play Black Ops 6, okay? There's other things to do in life. Go work out or something, my God.
Can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
My personal thoughts on Nuketown, it's okay, you know, it's okay. It's not bad, it's not great. I think the matchmaking really ruins it. This is no surprise, you know, I'm not spreading anything new here. I think when it comes down to it, that this game has a lot of potential for when the like matchmaking is like throwing you a softball. It really does feel like an old classic Call of Duty game when you get in a lobby that's not completely atrocious. It feels more like it than Black Ops Cold War, and I that might be a crazy thing to say. I know a lot of Cold War fans out there getting their pitchforks ready to, you know, take me out in the comments section.
Huh?
But yeah, I stand by what I say. Black Ops 6 is more fun than Black Ops Cold War. It looks better, it feels better. I know the matchmaking's tougher and everything like that. I know there's a lot of sweats on this game, especially this weekend, guys. If you're playing, you know, Nuketown this weekend, you're gonna deal with a lot of sweats, okay? If you see anybody with a gameplay above like a 3, a 4 KD, there's a good chance that they reverse boosted, which sucks because, you know, back in the day, like a 4 KD, you didn't have to be like an amazing like elite god to get. But nowadays it's like, you know, if you get above like a 2 KD, you probably like popped off, okay? You probably got in a great lobby, good connection or something, you know, something happened. I see these dudes posting on Twitter, you know, sorry for ranting about Twitter so much, but, you know, go follow me if you haven't. I see these dudes, you know, like showing off like, oh, fastest nuke on Nuketown in Black Ops 6 already. Bro, who are you trying to fool? I just don't get people who are watching these videos. I really feel like people aren't, you know? I feel like the wave now is kind of like commentaries and people talking about like, you know, fixing the game or like what's wrong with the game. I know there's a whole band of people who just like completely hate on the game no matter what, and people who like praise the game no matter what. And I try to be somewhat of a middle balance. I want to call things out obviously when I should and when it needs to be. But at the same time, I'm not going to come out here and say Nuketown is the worst map ever. There's a lot of people coming out and saying that. Not to point this guy out in particular, but Nero Cinema, he says, with the release of Nuketown, it's official. It's not even the maps are bad, it's Black Ops 6 in general. Omni movement, free wall hacks, sbmm, and terrible servers. No maps can work with that formula, even a map as tried and tested as Nuketown. Couple of things here. I was like live, I was like seeing this when he tweeted this. The Nuketown's been out for like an hour. At most, this dude has played 3 games and he probably gotten a bunch of sweat feds. He's a good player, right? So he probably had to deal with a lot of sweat. That's fine, that's understandable. To come up with a definitive ass statement like this, like saying like, oh, Black Ops 6 in general is just terrible, because Nuketown came out, I don't know. I get his sentiment. I get that he's trying to say like, oh, it's not the map's fault, you know, it's the game's fault itself with the Omni movement, wall hacks, blah, blah, blah. For starters, the servers, I personally haven't felt anything terrible with them, so I'm not gonna, you know, personally say like that's a personal complaint of mine. The Omni movement, I'm actually gonna do an entire video on the maps and Omni movement, because one of my theories, I'm not gonna, you know, disclose everything about this theory, but I feel like one of the reasons the maps are so quote unquote bad or, you know, terrible, the way people feel about it, is because of the Omni movement. It's because we can move like crackheads and we can move with tac sprint. And, you know, Nuketown back in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, there was no tac sprint. There was no Omni movement, sliding, jumping around corners. I guess there was the dolphin dive, but at the same time, you're playing on like what, like 60 FOV, 90 FOV, something like that. Like you really couldn't see anything. The game felt way slower, and it's obviously not going to feel that in 2024. Something else that Nero Cinema, and I think it was Nero, I forget exactly, but like maybe it was Drifter. The game has to adapt. We're not playing the same game anymore because the same audience is not playing anymore, right? Does that make sense? All the people who were between the ages of like 12 and 18 back when COD 4, Modern Warfare 2 came out, they are not 12 to 18 anymore, okay? This new generation of 12 to 18 year olds is not gonna play this slow, you know, methodic, strategic Call of Duty game. All they want is TikTok brain rot maps where you're just in a meat grinder every 5 seconds, a dopamine rush every 5 seconds, like, oh, or not even 5 seconds, it's like every like 3 seconds now, like, oh, I spawn, 1, 2, 3, I better see opponent, you know, otherwise I'm gonna be bored. Yeah, it's just like, that's not good for like the old heads of Call of Duty, but at the same time, it's not good for just balance in general. Nobody wants to play these meat grinder maps 24/7, and I think a lot of people are kind of like looking for Nuketown as like a breath of fresh air.
Please don't say that.
And unfortunately, I gotta tell you guys, it probably won't be for you guys, okay? It's just, there's gonna be issues. There's gonna be problems with Nuketown. You're gonna think it looks great. It's gonna play similar, but it's not gonna be the same map, and we have to live with that. We have to live with the fact that we're not in 2012 anymore. We're not in 2011 anymore, or I guess 2010 technically, when Black Ops 1 came out.
You stupid.
Because of this, we have to learn to adapt. And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, like just, you know, sit around and complain about it and just like, oh, stop complaining about Nuketown, you know, like at least we have it, like something like that. I'm not saying that. Obviously, we need to have new maps in Call of Duty, and especially in Black Ops 6. I'm hoping that we're getting some medium to large maps in Season 1. I think it's coming out in a couple of weeks, actually. So, you know, honestly, they're doing pretty good when it comes to the content drops so far. You know, I hope that we're gonna see more stuff and better stuff. But as is right now, if you're, you know, just picking up this game or something like that this weekend because of Nuketown or because of double XP, don't expect Nuketown to be like, oh, it's gonna be so much fun and I'm gonna love it and stuff. Don't expect that, okay? There's gonna be issues, as always. There's always issues in Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? The skill-based matchmaking, the free wall hacks with recon, like, there's gonna be a lot of things that will mess with you, and yeah, that's just, it is what it is. I got this last tweet here from Tyler, or Wildcat. He says that S&D is the only mode that the game slows down enough to not feel like an ADHD crack fest. Same reason people play BRs, now it's even slower. Yeah, I kind of agree with them. You know, I think that this TikTok brain rot stuff with the ADHD and the crackhead movement is really ruining a lot of people's experiences, and S&D might be the way to go. So yeah, I don't know. Once I get Dark Matter, I guess we'll see what happens. We'll see what I play. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Yeah, real quick here, just post-editing here. Yeah, go ahead and drop in the comment section down below if you've played Nuketown by now. what rank are you gonna go ahead and give it? I'm very curious to know what you guys think. Personally, I'm gonna go with a 6 out of 10. It's a pretty looking map, but it just doesn't play the best because of all this Omni movement. And again, I'll cover that in a future video. But yeah, I just want to see how many numbers are in the comment section down below. Just no context, just say number, or just say Nuketown rating number, and I'll know who the real fans are if you made it this far. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys later. Peace.